Hello YouTube and welcome to another video, and I will be explaining my animations that I plan to make, and whilst we're doing that I'll be fine-lining over this drawing of a Formula 1 car that I've done. I've already started, um, so I'll just get into the video. The animations themselves, they'll be made on an app called Flipperclip. You've probably heard of it, but basically it's just a frame by frame drawing animation app. So it's obviously drawn out by like a stylus or whatever, which is what I'll be using because I've got two types of stylus. So I've got a thin one and a slightly wider one. And by the image, no, the animations will not be Formula 1. So, yeah. Um, the animation length, I don't know how long each episode will be. I don't even know how many episodes I'll do, but I do hope to turn this into some kind of series. Also, if you're wondering why the camera moves, it's because I'm literally holding it in one hand. I'm literally filming this with one hand, drawing with the other. So, if you're wondering why things are moving, then that's the reason why. So, I mean, there will be a reasonable cast of characters. I'm not sure how many yet. I mean, I've drawn out 8 characters. If you want, I could show you them later on towards the end of the video. But there might be a few more that I might do. I might do a couple more. As for the voicing of the characters, I have no idea. That I seriously don't have any idea. I mean, I'll probably do a couple, but I don't know if anyone else would do any or not. I have no idea. I could ask the questions. I'll just pop the question. No, but I'm not sure how many characters, so I'm not sure how many different voices would be needed. So, I don't know when. They might start actually quite soon, seeing as I've drawn out all or most of the characters that I need. So they'll probably start actually quite reasonably soon. So, but like I said, I don't know how long they'd be, how long each episode would be. I'm going to call them an episode now because if I plan to make a series, then in a series you have episodes. So, well, as for the frames per second that I'll be using, I might use, well, I don't even know what a reasonable number would be to start with. So, you know, it could be anything. As long as it's not too choppy, then I'd be fine. Which would obviously be something. Well, it'd be quite a high frame rate for it to not be so choppy, but that would require obviously more drawings. And so I don't actually know, because obviously I'm doing art at college, and excuse the siren. Because obviously I'm doing art at college, so that's obviously giving me more chance to draw many different things. So, of course there's obviously other people in art as well, so I could ask them for voices, but I'm not sure if they'd want to do it, but I can always ask. Anyways, like I was saying, what was I saying? I think it's something about the frame rate, but yeah, I'm not sure what the frame rate exactly will be for now. I mean, obviously I've done a couple of tests, which I still haven't uploaded, but I might not, seeing as if I start this animation series soon, you'll be able to see what I've done in like a trailer or something. The way I'm talking, it sounds like I'm an actual full-on animator. I'm nowhere near a full-on animator. As for the art style, like the style of it, I kind of want it to be kind of like an anime-ish, like obviously what you see on TV, like I don't know how many of you watch the series RWBY with Ruby, Weiss, Blake and Yang, but I've kind of based a couple of characters around sort of like them, but not entirely like them. Well, I mean, that's how I want the art style to be, something like that, but obviously I'll be drawing it out. So I've looked at reference images of them, obviously, and then try to draw out my own characters in that style, or in some kind of anime style. Like I said, I'll show you them later on, the characters, and like I said, I want them to be done in some kind of anime style, but I mean, I'll be drawing them, so I'll have command over that. I'll pretty much be doing most of everything, so I'd have command over everything, except for voice. I could be in command of voicing, but I can't be in command of everyone else's voice, especially if they wanted to, you know, be part of the voicing as well. I can't, like, tell them exactly, "I'll change your voice, it's not good enough." Well, I don't mean it like that, but we're almost done with this drawing here, so I suppose I could say these. I've only got the back end of the car left to do. But, as I said, the characters that I've drawn are practically done. I've just been fine-lining over some of them. So, I've fine-lined over 2 of them, but I'm not sure if I'd actually need to fine-line it over all of them, because, that's what I'm doing now. I'm just fine-lining over this car. I mean, I know what the outline colour would be. It'd probably be black, like you see on TV on animes. And so, the characters themselves, I've kind of based off of people that I know. Like, one of the characters it'll probably be the first character you see is kind of based on me, sort of, in the fact of the colour that he's wearing and what he looked like, what he looks like, sort of. Of course, like I said, I've based them off people that I've known or met, but the art style is obviously anime-ish, so sort of manga-ish, so I kind of tried to do the RWBY art style, like I said, but of course I think that's sort of 3D-ish anime, sort of, I think. But, we're pretty much done. I just need to do the word Goodyear on the rear wing, and then I can say the characters. And yes, I am proud and I am confident enough to show you the characters. Of course, other people would probably keep their characters a secret until they come out with whatever, but I am proud enough to show you base designs of my characters. I mean, of course, some of them could change, but I doubt I'd make any drastic changes to them now. Well, yeah, there we go. I mean, there's the F1 car. I mean, there's only a black and white picture. Of course, obviously the white bits would just be red and whatever other colour. So, I shall pause the recording whilst I get to the characters that are my characters, and then I shall show you them. So, I'll be pausing the video right now. Right, so, like I said, here are these characters. That's kind of the art style I want to go for, so it is kind of anime, you can see that. I mean, they even have names. I gave them a name, and I've left this space here because I might, like, write out a brief description of each character, like, you know, like a sort of backstory, but I mean, they're all named after shades of colours, ironically. Some of them you may or may not have heard of, these shades of colours, but they're all named after their colour that they're wearing. for example, he's wearing green. I mean, there is a shade that I found that's quite a cool name. It's called Berserk. So he's called Berserk, and his surname. I went on a fictional surname generator, and one of them come up with Moonstar. And I was thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. And so he's got an emblem of a moon and a star on his sleeve. So they've all got an emblem, and they're all named after a colour. So, I mean, like I said, that one's meant to be based on me because with brown hair and my favourite colour is green, albeit I'm not wearing green right now, I'm actually wearing orange, but I mean, the only thing that is missing, that is on me, that isn't on there, is his beard. But I don't want to draw that in, because where it's basically going to be set is when, like, not as an adult, like a teenager, like an academy, a college or something. But yeah, that's one character. That's Berserk Moonstar. His name is. Every time when I change to another character, I'll pause the recording. I don't know if you caught the end of that, but every time when I'll be changing the character, I'll be pausing it. So this character here is called Scarlet Autumnborn. And again, all of these surnames came from a fictional name generator, and their first names literally just came from the internet when I typed in like shades of a colour. I picked ones that sounded quite nice, but yeah. I mean, her logo is meant to be some kind of like autumn leaf. I mean, just by looking at her compared to Berserk, she's meant to be younger, so perhaps by a year or nearly a year or something, I'm not sure. But that's pretty much what she'd be wearing. It's kind of like school uniform-ish, kind of like a uniform kind of thing. So, again, like I said, all of these characters have got a side here so I could write a short description. But anyway, there's character number 2. And here's character number 3. This one may be a bit cliched with the surname, because as you have noticed, she has cat ears, and her name is Mazarin, which is a shade of blue, and Catland. So I just chose that one because you have to have some kind of simple name. And secondly, it actually kind of fits in. I mean, well, she's wearing blue and white with a red belt and slightly different blue hair. I mean, all of these other ones, like I said, I only fine-lined 2 characters, which was Berserk and Scarlet. All of the others I haven't fine-lined. I've just got a pen and just defined some parts like her cat ears. So, I mean, her logo there is a little paw print. So, you know, I mean, of course, she's going to have to probably wear something that will disguise her cat ears. So, yeah, she's a Faunus. I think it's pronounced Faunus, I don't know, but she'll probably wear something that will disguise those cat ears. Because most of the setting would probably be, like I said, an academy or a college or something, so you'd probably get abused a lot if you showed your cat ears or something. And character number 4, Indigo Arrowblade. And as you see, his logo is a blade with an arrow going across. He is the trusted friend of Berserk because he is based on my best friend. And so, well, he wears a pink t-shirt and a purple jacket on top with white trousers. And like I said, he is Berserk's best friend because he's based on my best friend. I might mention him a couple of times, Owen Sparks, so, you know. But that's character number 4. Now this character I had a bit of fun designing with, I'll be quite honest. Her name is Mio Mace. Mace is the logo down there, and Mio, I think that's a Japanese word, well, a Japanese shade of pink or purple, and so I try to get a pink colour, pink-ish. I mean, like I said, that's her tongue poking out. She's supposed to be some kind of like happy but quirky, ninja-esque style character, sort of. So, but one of those mischievous characters, like they kind of like do practical things, and they sometimes get in trouble a bit for it. I mean, all of these other ones would probably look better when I've applied the fine liner. Um, and so, like I said, that's this character number 5. I've got 3 more to do, and like I said, this side is for a description, which I'll probably write out a brief description of each character later on. So let's move on to character number 6. And character number 6, as you can see, another green character. Her name is Clover Glazemorn, and I'm guessing, well, you can probably tell her logo is a clover. Obviously, her hair is a different shade of green compared to her jacket. So, of course, I was picturing, like, obviously because her name would be Clover, it'd be green. But I couldn't really find like some kind of dark green, but I found this type of green, which is actually not that bad. It looks like the green that's on the Mercedes Formula 1 cars, like that greenish bluish colour. And so it looks like that, and I think that's a good choice. I might change that, but I quite like that colour. And she's got white sleeves on her jacket and white trousers. Quite a few of them have, well, 2 of them, as far as I see, has got, well, 2 or 3 has white lower body colour, top, clothes, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I could change them, like I said, but I don't really think I'd need to know to change them. But as I forgot to mention, they might, seeing as these are, there's going to be a fair few characters, well, at the minute there's 8, at the moment, so they might be divided into like 2 teams of 4 to save a bit of hassle, rather than trying to animate all 8 characters at one time. It'd probably be 2 teams of 4. So anyways, continuing on, the next one will be character 7, and then the final character after that. Next character is Ophelia Arrowloak. Ophelia, I think I found out that it might have been a shade of brown-ish. I'm not entirely sure. But, anyways, our logo is down there. It's meant to be an oak tree, like one of those old oak trees with an arrow going through it, but it really doesn't look like that. I mean, of course, when it comes to FlipaClip, which is obviously going to be my digital rendition of it, where it gets animated, you'll probably be able to see the logos a bit clearer than what you can on drawing. Because of course, with paper, look, you've only got so much limited space to work with, and you have to try and fit everything in. So when it comes to FlipaClip, you'll probably see that logo probably a bit better. That might be the worst logo that I tried to draw into a limited space. So she has a black jacket, and, well, she's going to be wearing all black, with a purple outline between it. With a purple outline there and a purple belt. And as you can tell by her name, she has a bow and arrow. So she's going to be some kind of archer character. So she'd be really good with a bow. That's all I'm going to say. You may be not to be, her last name is not to be confused with Indigo Arrowblade. However, you don't know. So it's just not to be confused, Arrowblade, Arrow Oak, and those 2 might be on a separate team anyway, so it will be less confusing anyway. But I think the fine liner would probably save most of these. Like, I mean, they already look good. I mean, the last time these are all my own original characters, like my own characters for my own series. The last time I tried to do that was ages ago, and they actually, when I was about 14, so it's a big improvement. Anyways, let's move on to the final characters. And the final character is Euros Goldstorm. I had a bit of a hard time trying to find a name, I mean, I typed in shades of yellow and shades of gold, and then I saw euros. I was like, well, that means euros in the currency, like €1, €2. But it said euro, but I decided to put an S on the end of it, so it's now pronounced. So it'll be pronounced as euros. So his name is pronounced as Euros, and Goldstorm is his surname, and as you can see, his hair and various bits of his armour are gold, and his logo is just a gold E. Because there was no really good logos that were gold. Like, there's no logo for Goldstorm. And he's like a kind of, as you can tell by his attire, his clothing, he's some kind of knight character, but of course what I might have him be is like one of those that you kind of like shying away for a while and then builds up the courage later on. When it comes to fighting the villain, however, I need to still draw out the villain. I mean, 1 or 2 possible villains. So, I mean, these are just all my characters so far, so I have 8 of them. So, I mean, I could write out a short description so then you can see it when it comes to animating them, their personality. Because, like I said, I want to try and make some kind of series of them. And so, like I say, so that's pretty much it. It'll be, at the moment it's 8 characters, and they're divided into 2 teams of 4, perhaps. Oh yeah. Just drawing. I mean, I accidentally caught on the wrong page, but yeah, there's a drawing that I did. This was the start of my book, that I did this drawing about a month ago. That's Blake from RWBY, so that's one of the characters, but and she too has cat ears underneath that bow, but like I say, they're going to be divided probably into 4 teams of 2, and they're all going to end up meeting each other sooner or later. And then you're going to also have the villains as well. And like I said, for the frame rate, for the frames per second, I'm not entirely sure yet. I might be starting to animate them quite soon because, like I said, I've already got the characters all drawn out. So, I do hope you have enjoyed this animation update. I was going to say brief animation update. We've been going for 23 minutes now. It's hardly brief, but I hope you enjoyed this animation update because I did say that I will do it. And, well, here it is. So, I hope you've enjoyed this update and discussion. You can expecting what you could see in the future. So, you know, just open the door and heed the call and hit the subscribe button to see more, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, whenever that may be, goodbye.